Hey Gemini, I just pulled some cards for you, and honestly, what came through is making me sit here just processing everything because there's this massive energy shift happening around your love life and your finances at the same time. Like the universe is literally rewiring your entire reality right now, and I need to share what I'm seeing because this is one of those readings where every card just builds on the last one and creates this complete picture that's actually kind of beautiful. So I shuffled the deck asking specifically about this. Energy of someone from your past potentially coming back but completely transformed, and also this financial blessing that's heading your way. And the cards that jumped out are telling such a specific story. I'm seeing the Page of Wands first, and already I'm getting this sense of new beginnings and fresh starts. But there's more layers to this than just surface level stuff. The Page of Wands is showing me that you're entering this phase where you're genuinely excited about life again. Like for Geminis specifically, I know you guys have been in this space where maybe things felt repetitive or stagnant, especially in the love department, and you were just going through the motions. But this page energy is saying that spark is coming back. You're starting to feel curious again, interested in possibilities again, and this is super important because this is the energy that's going to attract what's coming next. The universe responds to your vibration, and when you're in this Page of Wands energy of being open and enthusiastic and ready for adventure, that's when the magic starts happening. What's interesting about this card in the context of someone coming back is that it's not showing me someone crawling back desperate and unchanged. This is messenger energy. This is someone who has gone through their own journey, done their own work, and is approaching you from a completely different headspace. They're not the same person who left or who hurt you or who wasn't ready. They've been on their own path of discovery and growth, and now they're coming back with this fresh perspective and genuine enthusiasm about the possibility of reconnecting with you. And here's what I'm picking up about the timing of all this. The Page of Wands suggests movement is already starting. Like this isn't some far-off future thing. The wheels are already in motion. This person might already be thinking about reaching out, or they're in the process of getting their life together specifically so they can reach out in a way that feels authentic and real. They know they can't just show up the same way they did before. They understand that they need to bring something different to the table. And they're actually doing the work to become that different person. Now the second card I pulled is Temperance. And oh my God, this card in this position is absolutely perfect because it's confirming everything I just said about transformation and change. Temperance is the card of alchemy, of taking opposite elements and blending them into something completely new and balanced. This is not about going back to what was. This is about creating something entirely different by combining the lessons of the past with the wisdom of the present. For this person who's coming back, Temperance is showing me they've learned patience. They've learned moderation. They've learned that love isn't about intensity and drama and push-pull dynamics. They've probably been in therapy or done serious self-reflection work because this card suggests someone who has genuinely integrated their shadow side and come out the other side as a more balanced human being. Like they're not coming back with the same patterns and behaviors that caused problems before. They've actually addressed the root causes of why things didn't work. And for you, Gemini, Temperance is also a message about your energy right now. You're in a phase where you're finding your own balance. You're not desperate for love. You're not willing to accept less than you deserve just to have someone. You found this sweet spot where you're content with yourself, but also open to connection. And that's the exact frequency that attracts healthy, balanced relationships. The universe is basically saying both of you needed to reach this temperate state individually before you could come together in a way that actually works. What I'm also getting from Temperance in relation to the financial blessing is that there's this divine timing element to everything. Money and love are both forms of energy, and when you're in this balanced, patient, trusting state that Temperance represents, both forms of abundance can flow to you more easily. You're not chasing, you're not forcing, you're just being in alignment, and that's when the universe can deliver what's meant for you. The third card that appeared is the Knight of Wands, and this is where things start to get really exciting because knights are action cards. After the message of the page and the patience of Temperance, now we have someone moving toward you with intention and passion. This confirms that the person coming back isn't just thinking about it or casually considering it. They're going to make a bold move. They're going to show up in a way that's undeniable and clear. Knight of Wands energy is passionate, adventurous, and direct. This person is going to pursue you in a way that feels completely different from before. There's this confidence and clarity to their approach because they've done the inner work that Temperance showed us. They're not second-guessing themselves or playing games. They know what they want, and what they want is you, but a healthy version of you and them together. For Geminis, this Knight of Wands can also represent travel or movement in your own life. Maybe you're the one who's going somewhere, or maybe this reconnection happens in a different location than where things ended. There's this element of adventure and newness to the whole situation. It's not going to feel like picking up where you left off. It's going to feel like starting a completely new story that just happens to include characters from a previous chapter. And in terms of timing, Knights move fast. Once this energy kicks in, things are going to progress quickly. This isn't going to be a slow burn situation where you're wondering about their intentions for months. When they make their move, it's going to be clear and decisive, and you'll know exactly where you stand. The Knight of Wands doesn't do subtle or ambiguous. The fourth card is the Five of Swords. And okay, I need to talk about this one carefully because Five of Swords can look scary or negative at first glance, but in this context, it's actually showing me something really important about the transformation this person has gone through. The Five of Swords is about conflict, defeat, and the aftermath of battle. It's about someone who has been in the trenches and has learned hard lessons about ego and pride and winning at all costs. This card is telling me that this person who's coming back has had to face some really difficult truths about themselves. They've been through conflicts, maybe with you, maybe with themselves, maybe in other relationships or areas of their life, and they've finally realized that always needing to be right or always needing to win is actually a losing strategy. They've had to swallow their pride in a major way. They've had to admit where they were wrong, where they were immature, where they let their ego drive decisions that hurt both of you. The Five of Swords in the past position, or as something they're moving beyond, suggests they're no longer operating from that wounded ego space. They're not coming back to prove a point or to win you over as some kind of trophy. They're coming back because they've genuinely recognized what they lost and why they lost it, and they've done the work to make sure they don't repeat those patterns. For you, Gemini, this card is also validation that you were right to walk away or to let things end when they did. You weren't being dramatic or unreasonable. The conflict and pain represented by the Five of Swords was real, and you protected yourself by not tolerating behavior that was beneath what you deserve. The universe is acknowledging that you stood up for yourself, and that's exactly why this transformation in the other person was possible. Sometimes people only change when they lose something that matters to them, and you mattered enough to spark that change. Now, the fifth card I pulled is Strength, and this is where I'm getting emotional because strength in this spread is so powerful. After the battle of the Five of Swords, we have Strength, which is about compassion, patience, inner power, and the ability to tame the wild aspects of ourselves and others through love rather than force. This card is telling me that when this person comes back, the relationship dynamic is going to be built on mutual respect and emotional maturity in a way it never was before. Strength is about gentle power. It's about being strong enough to be vulnerable, brave enough to be soft, and secure enough to let someone else be strong too. This isn't going to be a relationship where one person dominates or where there's constant power struggles. Both of you will be operating from a place of inner strength that allows for true partnership. For you specifically, Gemini, strength is also a message about your transformation. You've been building your emotional resilience. You've been working on not people-pleasing or dimming your light to make others comfortable. You've been cultivating this inner strength that comes from knowing your worth and not compromising on your standards. The person coming back is going to meet this version of you, the empowered version, and they're going to respect and appreciate it in a way they couldn't before because they weren't at that level yet. Strength is also telling me that this reconnection, when it happens, is going to require courage from both of you. It takes strength to reach out after things have ended. It takes strength to be willing to try again. It takes strength to trust after being hurt. But the card is promising that you both have that strength now. You've both developed it through your individual journeys, and now you can bring it together to create something resilient and lasting. The sixth card that came out is the Five of Pentacles, and I want to address this one because it might seem contradictory when we're talking about financial blessings coming, but actually it's showing me the contrast between where you've been and where you're going. The Five of Pentacles represents a period of financial struggle, feeling left out in the cold, experiencing lack or hardship. This is what you've been moving through, not what you're moving toward. This card is acknowledging that things have been tough financially. Maybe you've been worried about money. Maybe you've had unexpected expenses. Maybe you felt like you're working so hard, but not seeing the rewards you deserve. The universe is saying, I see you. I know it's been difficult. And that's exactly why the blessing that's coming is going to feel so sweet and so needed. The Five of Pentacles can also represent feeling emotionally impoverished or left out. And in the context of love, this might be reflecting how you felt after the relationship ended or during periods of being single. There was this sense of something missing, of watching other people have what you wanted, of feeling like you were on the outside looking in at happiness and abundance. But again, this is the past energy or the energy you're currently releasing. What's beautiful about the Five of Pentacles appearing in this reading is that it makes the contrast so clear. The cards are showing me that you're literally moving from a 5 energy to higher energies, from struggle to victory, from lack to abundance, from feeling alone in the cold to being welcomed into warmth and connection. The fact that this card showed up means the shift is already happening. You're in the transition period right now. Card number 7 is the Seven of Wands. And this is so interesting in this spread because Seven of Wands is about defending your position, standing your ground, and fighting for what matters to you. In the context of this person coming back and financial changes, this card is telling me that you're going to need to maintain your boundaries and your standards even as good. Things start flowing to you. Seven of Wands is saying, don't drop your guard just because someone comes back saying all the right things. Don't lower your standards just because you're excited about the possibility of reconnection. You've worked too hard on yourself and your boundaries to throw them away now. This person needs to earn their way back into your life. They need to prove through consistent action over time that the changes are real and lasting. In terms of finances, Seven of Wands suggests you might need to defend your interests or stand up for yourself in work situations. Maybe you need to ask for that raise, negotiate that contract, or stand firm on your rates if you're self-employed. The financial blessing isn't just going to fall from the sky. It's going to come partially through your willingness to advocate for yourself and claim what you're worth. You have to be willing to stand your ground about your value, and the universe will support you when you do. The Seven of Wands also indicates that other people might have opinions about the choices you're making, whether that's giving someone a second chance or making bold financial moves. There might be friends or family who question your decisions or try to convince you to play it safe. This card is saying trust your intuition and your judgment. You're the one living your life. You're the one who knows all the nuances of your situation. Stand firm in what feels right for you, even if others don't understand it. The 8th card is the Queen of Swords, and wow, this is such a powerful card for you right now, Gemini. Queen of Swords is about mental clarity, direct communication, seeing truth clearly without delusion, and making decisions from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. This is the energy you need to embody as all these changes unfold. Queen of Swords is telling me that you're in a phase where you're seeing people and situations with unprecedented clarity. You're not fooling yourself anymore. You're not making excuses for people's behavior or convincing yourself that red flags are actually just quirks. You're seeing things as they are, not as you wish they were or as people tell you they are. This is such a valuable gift because it means when this person comes back, you'll be able to assess objectively whether their transformation is genuine or just surface level. This Queen energy is also about communication. When this reconnection happens, you're going to need to have clear, honest, direct conversations about what went wrong before, what's different now, and what you need going forward. No beating around the bush, no hinting, no expecting the other person to read your mind. Queen of Swords communicates with precision and expects the same in return. This creates a foundation of clarity that relationships need to thrive. In terms of the financial blessing, Queen of Swords suggests it might come through communication, writing, teaching, or intellectual work. For Geminis especially, using your mental gifts and communication skills is often the path to abundance. This could be a new opportunity in media, education, consulting, or any field where your ability to articulate ideas and see patterns is valued. The universe is ready to compensate you properly for your intellectual contributions. The 9th card is the Six of Swords. And this is such a hopeful card because Six of Swords is the card of transition, of moving from rough waters to calmer seas, of leaving behind what no longer serves you and traveling toward better circumstances. This card is confirming that you are absolutely in transit right now. You're in the space between the old and the new. Six of Swords. In the context of love is showing me that both you and this person who's coming back have been on separate journeys of healing and growth. You've both been crossing your own rough waters, doing your own inner work, and now your paths are converging again, but on the other shore, in calmer waters, in a completely different landscape than where you started. This isn't about going backward. This is about both of you having traveled forward independently and finding each other again at a new destination. The Six of Swords also speaks to the idea of guided transition. There's a sense of being helped across the water, of having support and guidance through the changes. This could be literal support from friends, family, or a therapist, or it could be spiritual guidance from the universe, your intuition, or whatever higher power you believe in. You're not alone in this journey, even though it might feel lonely sometimes. There are forces helping you move toward where you need to be. For finances, Six of Swords can indicate moving toward stability after a period of instability. It's like you're leaving behind the struggle represented by the Five of Pentacles and sailing toward the abundance that's waiting for you. The journey isn't instantaneous, but it's steady and it's in the right direction. Every day you're getting closer to the financial breakthrough that's coming. The 10th and final card is the King of Cups. And I literally got chills when this card appeared because King of Cups is mastery of emotions, mature love, emotional intelligence, and the ability to be deeply feeling while also being stable and reliable. This is the ultimate outcome card for this entire reading, and it's showing me that everything is leading toward a place of emotional fulfillment and maturity in love. King of Cups, as the final card tells me, that the person coming back to you has achieved this level of emotional mastery. They've done the work to understand and regulate their emotions. They've developed empathy and emotional intelligence. They're no longer reactive or unstable in their feelings. They can hold space for your emotions while also managing their own. This is the transformation that makes the reconnection actually viable this time around. For you, Gemini, King of Cups is also an invitation to step into your own emotional maturity. Geminis are often stereotyped as being all mind and no heart, but that's not true. You have deep feelings, you just process them mentally sometimes. King of Cups is saying you can honor both your mental and emotional nature. You can be thoughtful and feeling. You can use your logic to support your emotions, rather than suppress them. This balanced approach is what's going to allow you to receive the love that's coming and actually let it in rather than overthinking it to death. The King of Cups also speaks to the financial blessing because kings represent mastery and authority, and cups represent flow and abundance in their own right. This suggests that the financial improvement coming to you is tied to you stepping into your power and authority in some way. Maybe you're taking on a leadership role, starting your own venture, or finally charging what you're actually worth for your services. When you embody king energy, which is mature and authoritative, people respond by treating you accordingly, and that includes compensating you properly. What's really beautiful about ending this reading with the King of Cups is that it shows me you're moving toward emotional wealth as well as material wealth. You're going to have abundance in love, abundance in finances, and most importantly, abundance in your inner emotional life. You're going to feel fulfilled, content, and at peace in a way you haven't in a long time. The King of Cups is emotionally satisfied because he's not seeking external validation or depending on others for his emotional well-being. He's whole within himself, and that's the space from which healthy love can grow. So, Gemini, here's what I'm seeing in totality. Someone from your past who has gone through major transformation is going to be coming back into your life with genuine changed energy. This isn't someone crawling back desperate or unchanged. This is someone who has done serious inner work, who has developed emotional maturity, who has learned the lessons they needed to learn, and who is ready to approach you from a completely different level of consciousness. The timing is already in motion. The Page of Wands says messages are coming or movement is starting. The Knight of Wands says there will be bold action and pursuit. This isn't going to be subtle or ambiguous, but the cards are also giving you guidance about how to handle this. The Seven of Wands says maintain your boundaries and standards. Don't drop your guard just because you're hopeful. Make this person prove through consistent action over time that the changes are real. The Queen of Swords says stay in your clarity and communicate directly about what you need. Don't accept vague promises or future faking. Require honesty and precision in communication. The Six of Swords confirms that you're both in transition, moving toward better circumstances, and this reconnection will happen on new ground, not trying to resurrect the old relationship. The Strength card promises that this new version of the relationship will be built on mutual respect, emotional maturity, and the kind of gentle power that comes from two whole people choosing each other rather than two incomplete people needing each other. And the King of Cups, as the outcome tells me that when all is said and done, you're going to experience the mature, emotionally fulfilling love you've been wanting. This person is going to show up as an emotionally available, stable, and deeply feeling partner who can meet you at your level. Now let's talk about the money piece because it's woven throughout this reading too. The Five of Pentacles acknowledged the struggle and hardship you've been dealing with financially, but every other card is pointing toward improvement and abundance. The Page of Wands brings new opportunities and enthusiasm. Temperance brings balance and right timing for financial blessings to flow. The Knight of Wands brings quick movement and action toward prosperity. The Seven of Wands encourages you to stand up for your worth and claim what you deserve financially. The Queen of Swords suggests money comes through communication and intellectual work. The Six of Swords shows you're moving toward stability and away from lack. And the King of Cups represents mastery and abundance. The financial blessing that's coming is connected to you stepping into your power and authority. It's connected to you valuing yourself properly and communicating that value clearly. It's connected to you being willing to defend your position and stand your ground about what you're worth. The universe is ready to reward you financially, but you need to meet that energy with confidence and clear boundaries around money. I'm also getting that the love reconnection and the financial blessing are energetically linked. They're both manifestations of you raising your frequency and stepping into a more empowered version of yourself. As you become more aligned with your worth in one area, it ripples out to other areas. The person coming back is attracted to this new empowered version of you. The financial opportunities are appearing because you're vibrating at a frequency of worthiness and abundance rather than lack and desperation. The timing on all of this feels imminent. We have Pages and Knights, which are fast-moving energies. We have transition cards like the Six of Swords and Temperance, which suggest you're already in the process of change. I would say within the next couple of months maximum, you're going to see clear evidence of both the love situation shifting and financial improvements manifesting. Some of it might already be happening in subtle ways that you'll recognize in hindsight. Have any of you other Geminis been feeling this shift in energy lately? Like something is different but you can't quite put your finger on what? That's the transition energy of the Six of Swords and Temperance. You're moving between worlds right now, between the old paradigm and the new one, and it can feel disorienting but also kind of exciting once you realize what's happening. And for those of you who have had someone from your past on your mind lately, who have been feeling like maybe there's unfinished business there, trust that feeling. The cards are confirming that there is still a thread connecting you to this person, and that thread is pulling you both back together now that you've both grown and evolved. But please hear the guidance from the Queen of Swords and Seven of Wands about maintaining your clarity and boundaries. Hope for the best, but require proof of change. You owe it to yourself to protect your peace and only allow people into your space who genuinely add to your life. The financial piece is something you have more direct control over. Start looking for opportunities to increase your income or step into more authority in your work. Update your resume, Refresh your business offerings, raise your rates, ask for that promotion, apply for positions that feel slightly out of reach. The universe is supporting bold financial moves right now. The Knight of Wands is telling you to go after what you want with confidence. The worst anyone can say is no, and even that just redirects you toward the right yes. I really want to emphasize the importance of the King of Cups as your outcome card, because it's showing me that all of this, the love coming back, the money flowing, is ultimately about you achieving emotional fulfillment and inner peace. External circumstances are shifting to match your internal state. You've been doing the inner work, healing from past hurts, building your self-worth, finding your balance, and now the outside world is starting to reflect that back to you. That's how manifestation actually works. It's not about visualizing and hoping. It's about becoming the version of yourself that naturally attracts what you desire. So keep doing your inner work even as external changes start happening. Keep being honest with yourself about what you really want and need. Keep communicating clearly and directly. Keep standing up for your worth in all areas of your life. Keep trusting that you're being guided toward your highest good, even when the path isn't completely clear yet. The Six of Swords promises you're being carried across troubled waters toward peace and stability. And when this person does reach out, because the cards are saying they will, take your time responding. You don't have to jump at the opportunity just because you've been hoping for it. Let them demonstrate their changed energy. Watch their actions over time. See if they're willing to have the difficult conversations that the Queen of Swords requires. Notice whether they respect your boundaries when you set them. A truly transformed person will be patient and understanding because they recognize they need to earn back your trust. Someone who hasn't actually changed will get frustrated with your caution and try to rush you past the necessary steps of rebuilding. Remember that the Five of Swords showed us there was real conflict and pain in the past. That doesn't just disappear because someone says they've changed. Healing takes time. Rebuilding trust takes consistent action over weeks and months, not just days. The Temperance card is reminding you that this is a process of alchemy, of blending old and new, and alchemy doesn't happen overnight. Give it the time it needs to truly transform. I'm really excited for you, Gemini. The energy around this reading is so positive and hopeful. Yes, there are cautions and guidance about protecting yourself, but the overall trajectory is absolutely pointing toward beautiful improvements in both love and finances. You're entering a new chapter that's been in the works for a while now, and you're finally going to start seeing the evidence of all your inner work manifesting in tangible external changes. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust that the universe has your back and is orchestrating all of this for your highest good. Keep me posted on what happens. I would love to hear from you when this person reaches out or when the financial blessings start flowing in, because I have no doubt based on these cards that both are coming your way soon. You've earned this, Gemini. You've done the work, learned the lessons, held your standards, and stayed true to yourself. Now it's time to receive the rewards of all that growth and evolution. Sending you so much love and positive energy for this next chapter. Stay strong, stay clear, and stay open to receiving all the good that's heading your way. The universe is about to surprise you in the best possible ways.